Hi everyone, Paul here with Newegg TV, and today we have a plethora of cases and they're all from Cooler Master. This is the HAF series, which stands for high airflow, and each of these cases is designed for custom builds with airflow in particular in mind. So we're starting off here with the HAF 912. I'm going to call this the budget HAF. This is the most reasonably priced of the series, and I'll just go over the general build quality as far as outside and in. You can tell from the box here, just the little accommodations they've made to save a little cost. The box is plain printed cardboard rather than the colored boxes from the other HAF cases. So here's the opposite side, not much to see there, but let's take a look at the back. We have a 120mm exhaust fan there. We have several grommets here for routing water cooling cables, or tubes I should say. Input-output shield there. Here are your Pci Expansion bays. This is an additional Pci bay there with a thumb screw. I kind of like this because you can route like a USB. If you have USB headers, you can put them there. It makes it a little bit more accessible. The Psu Mount is at the bottom. And over on this side, we have a, I believe that's a 120. Let me get my reference model here. Yep, that's a 120 there on the side. And then over on the front, you can see the distinctive HAF stylings on the front, the mesh grill that has the little bit of foam pass through for the air behind it, and then up here at the top we have two USB ports, mic and headphone, power reset button, and that's pretty much it for the exterior of this one. Oh, I should mention at the top we have sort of a multi-fan mount. You can either do two 120s, you can do one 200 there, and then this is also set up so you can mount a water cooling radiator to it as well. So let's take a look at the inside of the case. Again, here you can see some of the accommodations that have been made. We have thumb screws for the main side panel, but the opposite side panel has normal screws. So Cooler Master has painted the external portions, but the interior of the case remains unpainted. This is just rolled steel. You do have an accessory box here, which we'll get to in just a second. And then at the back, here's your motherboard tray. Plenty of cable tie-down points there. Also cable routing holes you can see right there. Again, just cold rolled steel, but not really the rubber grommets that you see for some of the cable routing. Looks like they have started us off with two motherboard mounts right there, standoffs I should say. There's a nice big backplane opening for a third-party heatsink fan, and you do have the 120mm fan pre-installed in the back. There's another 120mm fan, which you can't really see, but it's up here at the front. And at the front there you can actually mount a larger fan if you want to swap that out, but it comes with a 120 pre-installed. Down here at the bottom is a small 2.5-inch bay, and that's for not floppy drives. That's for SSDs, or possibly a notebook hard drive if you want to use one of those. It is removable, so if you have a longer length power supply, you can fit that. Power supply has some rubber feet to help with vibration. There's also a mesh grill on the bottom. If your power supply is mounted so it's pulling in air from the bottom, you can pop that off to clean it. It doesn't look like it's quite the easily removable mesh that we see on some cases, but again, this is the 912, the budget model, so some of the accommodations that you make for that. Up here at the top we have our 5¼ bays. It has a lock, but it looks like that's just a single lock, and I'm going to check this accessory box to see if there's some more of those. Then here we have, I'm actually not quite sure how this works. These are your bays for your 3.5-inch drives, and I believe this works on a rail system. And I think I should probably get into the accessories at this point. Aha! Alright, so here's your screws, tie downs, little speaker there for your motherboard, a couple standoffs. Aha. So this is just a little 5¼ bay brackets, so you can mount a 3.5-inch drive in there. Nice to have. These are your drive rails. You just pop them onto the side of the hard drive, and then they slide in on the rail right there. So once you have these in, they do lock in place like that. They don't secure to the hard drives. I imagine those just stay kind of wedged in place. So it does give your hard drive a little bit of some plug-and-play compatibility. You can slide it in, it locks, you can pop it out. It's pretty easy to pop them on because you don't have to bolt them in, but maybe not quite as secure as they could be with some of the other drive mounting solutions. But that's how the drive mounting works for the 3.5 inch. This little item that we were showing you is just an additional 2.5 inch mounting bracket for a 2.5 inch drive. You can mount it on there. This kind of shows you how the rails work. They pop on the side. This is the same if you were using it on a 3.5 inch drive. Then it slides in and snaps in place. So not too bad for the drive mounting system there. These are actually just handles. This entire cage here can actually be removed by removing these screws in the back. You can grab the cage there, pull that whole thing out, and then actually this 2.5 inch bay at the bottom, if you remove that, can mount on top of the lower 3.5 inch bay. So just gives you some various options for, especially if you're using, say, a larger video card, or maybe you didn't need quite as much drive bay space, but you wanted more airflow, you can pop that out. Up here at the top, you have a single automatic lock, and that's if you're using just a single optical drive. You can use that to lock the drive in place. The other 5 1/4 inch bays, you'll need to use screws to bolt your drives down. And that, alright, so here's a quick video card size test for the HAF 912. This is a Radeon HD 5870 video card. It is a 12 inch card, and as we can see, it doesn't quite fit, just barely. It's kind of bumping up against this cage, but that is a good and important reason why they made this cage removable, so you can pop that off if you're going to be using a higher end video card that has a length of, say, 11.5, 12.5 inches, such as a 5870. Okay, so after removing the opposite side panel, you can pop off these little latches, which releases the front bay, just like that. And that will give you access to the front panel here, so you can install your 5 1/4 inch drives. It does feature these convenient little release latches for removing the front panel covers, which I like with the HAF series. Oops. We'll get that back on. And here at the front, you can see you have your additional space here for another 200mm fan if you so inclined to use one of those. And you can see the already installed 120. So that pretty much covers it for the HAF 912 PC chassis. Thank you very much for watching today's video, everyone. This has been the Cooler Master HAF series of PC chassis. My name's Paul, and we'll see you next time on Newegg TV.